Arthur's teacher trouble. The bell rang. The first day of school was over. Kids ran out every classroom, everyone but room 13. Here, the students filed out slowly in alphabetical order. "See you tomorrow," said their teacher, Mr. Ratburn. "I can't believe he gave us homework the first day," said Arthur. "I had the rat last year," said Prunella. "Boy, do I feel sorry for you." "Make one wrong move," warned Binky Barnes, "and he puts you on death now." "He's really a vampire with magical powers," said Chris. As everyone was leaving, the principal came out of his office. "Are you ready for the September Spalathon?" he asked. "Yes!" cheered the crowd. "Who's going to win this year?" asked the principal. "Me!" everyone shouted. "If I win again this year, do I get my name on the trophy twice?" asked Prunella. "Not if I can help it," whispered Francine. When Arthur got home, he slammed the back door. "How was school?" Mother asked. "I got the strictest teacher in the whole world," grumbled Arthur. "Have a chocolate chip cookie," said Mother. "Don't have time," said Arthur. "I have tons of homework." "I'll eat Arthur's," said DW. "I don't have any homework." "You don't even go to school," said Arthur. "I know," DW smiled. After dinner, Arthur was still doing homework. "What's that?" asked DW. "It's a map of Africa," said Arthur. "Looks like a pepperoni pizza," said DW. "Next year, when I am in kindergarten, I won't have any homework. Miss Meeker never gives it." "Mom," called Arthur, "DW's being a pest." "Time for bed," said Mother. "You can finish your map of Florida in the morning." "Africa," said Arthur. The next day, Mr. Ratburn announced a spelling test for Friday. "I want you to study very hard," he said. "The test will have 100 words." Buster looked pale. "And," continued Mr. Ratburn, "the two students with the highest scores will represent our class at the all-school Spalathon." That week, everyone in Arthur's class studied harder than ever. Arthur spent a lot of time looking for quiet places to study. Suddenly, it was Friday and time for the test. Arthur could smell Miss Sweetwater's class making popcorn. He could hear Mrs. Flink's class leaving for a trip to the aquarium. "Why did we have to get stuck with that rat?" he whispered to Francine. Mr. Ratburn corrected their papers during the lunch. "Class," he said, "most of you did very well on the test, but only 2 of you spelled every word correctly." Muffy smiled. Francine hiccuped. Buster patted his good luck charm. Mr. Ratburn cleared his throat. "Our class representatives for the Spalathon will be the Brain and Arthur." "There must be some mistake," said Muffy. Mr. Ratburn gave Arthur and the Brain each a special list of words. "Just study these and you will be ready for the Spalathon in 2 weeks," he said. Arthur's family helped him study. Grandma asked Arthur his spelling words. "How about chores?" Grandma asked. "Have you made your bed?" Mother added. DW helped too. When Francine and Buster came over, DW answered the door. "Arthur can't play, but I can," she said. "I don't have to study." "I can't believe the Spalathon is finally here," said Grandma. "Maybe now we'll get a little peace and quiet," DW said. "Good luck, Arthur," said Mother and Father. From backstage, Arthur could hear the whole school out in the auditorium. "Well, today's the big day," said Mr. Ratburn. "How do you feel?" "I feel fine," the Brain answered. Arthur gulped. "I wish I were still back in bed." The principal welcomed everyone and explained the rules. The brain had the first turn. He stepped up to the microphone. The first word is fear, said the principal. F-E-R-E, said the brain, a little too quickly. I'm sorry, said the principal. That's not correct. Are you sure? Asked the brain. What dictionary are you using? The brain wasn't the only one to drop out quickly. The representatives from Miss Sweetwater's and Mrs. Flink's class were gone in a flash. Before long, only Arthur and Prunella went left. It was Prunella's turn. The word is preparation, said the principal. Prunella looked down at her feet. Could I have the definition, please? She asked. After a moment, preparation, the principal repeated, the process of getting ready. Of course, said Prunella. P-R-E-P, she paused, E-R-A-T-I-O-N. I'm sorry, that's incorrect, said the principal. Now, Arthur gets a chance to spell it. Arthur looked out over the audience and took a deep breath. Preparation, he said. P-R-E-P-A-R-A-T-I-O-N. Correct, said the principal. Everyone in Mr. Ratburn's class cheered. Then Mr. Ratburn went to the microphone. I'm very proud of Arthur, he said. In fact, I'm proud of my whole class. They worked very hard. This is the last third grade I will have in the spellathon. But next year, I look forward to a new challenge. Teaching kindergarten. Ha 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 ha. Arthur Babysits by Mark Brown. Arthur's sister D.W. had a problem. The Tibble twins are visiting again, and they're driving me crazy, she said. They're everywhere I go. Oh, they can't be that bad, said Arthur. How would you know? Said D.W. Later that afternoon, Arthur and D.W. took Kate for a walk. Look, shouted the Tibble twins. There's D.W. Oh no, said D.W. Quick, let's hide. Mrs. Tibble looked worried. I'm in a terrible pickle, she said. I need a sitter for my grandsons tonight, and I can't find anyone anywhere. Arthur could do it, said D.W. He babysits me all the time. Oh, Arthur, you are a lifesaver, said Mrs. Tibble. I'll call your mother and set it up right now. Babysitting is such a big responsibility, said Arthur. I'm a little nervous. You will do a fine job, said Mother. We'll be right here if you want to call us, said Father. Here's my crash helmet, said D.W. You will need it. Why? Asked Arthur. Are you coming along? You think I am trouble? Said D.W. Just wait. On the way, Arthur walked by a sugar bowl. Hey, Arthur, called Buster. Where are you going? I'm on my way to babysit for Mrs. Tibble, said Arthur. Not the terrible Tibble twins, gasped Prunella. My sister babysat for them once, and once was enough. You can always back out, said Buster, while you are still alive. Don't worry, said Francine. It'll be just like babysitting D.W. and baby Kate. Arthur remembered what that was like. Now, he was really worried. Mrs. Tibble was waiting for Arthur. I'm so glad you're here, she said, and so are the twins. This is little Tommy in red and Timmy's in blue. Almost bedtime, darlings. I'll be back soon. Very soon, I hope, said Arthur. Nighty-night, Grammy, said the twins sweetly. She's gone! Screamed the twins. Playtime! Bang, bang, bang! No bad time. No bedtime, said Arthur. We're not sleepy, said Timmy. The phone rang. It was DW. I called with some advice, she said. Calm them down with a quiet game, like cards. Thanks, said Arthur. Bye. How about a nice quiet game of cards? Asked Arthur. Great, said the twins. We know a really good card game, said Tommy. 52, pick up, they screamed. Just then, the phone rang again. It was DW. Sounds like they're out of control, she said. You need to show them who's boss. Thanks a lot, said Arthur. Let's play cowboys, said Tommy. I'll be the sheriff, said Arthur, because I'm the boss. And we'll be the bad guys, said Timmy. The next time the phone rang, Timmy answered it. Arthur can't come to the phone right now, he said. He's all tied up. Time for hide and seek, called Tommy. You'll never find us. When Arthur finally got loose, he searched and searched. If I don't find them soon, he thought, I'll be in big trouble. Just then, the phone rang. What's going on over there? Asked DW. Shouldn't they be in bed? I can't talk now, said Arthur. I'm looking for the twins. You mean you lost them? Shouted DW. Not exactly, he said. I just can't find them. You are in really big trouble, said DW. What are you going to do? Just then, Arthur noticed the curtains wiggling. You'll see, he said. I sure hope I find them before the swamp thing does, he added loudly. Swamp thing? Asked Tommy from behind the curtain. Yes, the one that comes out at night just like tonight, Arthur said. Sit down and I'll tell you about it. Arthur used his spookiest voice. Once in a dark, spooky swamp, there lived a horrible, big, slimy, stinky, green swamp thing, he began. You mean like a monster? Tommy asked meekly. Exactly, said Arthur, with long, sharp teeth, and the swamp thing realized it was very, very hungry, said Arthur. I left the swamp in search of dinner. What did it like to eat? Timmy asked in a shaky voice. Boys, said Arthur, especially twin boys. The twins moved closer to Arthur. The swamp thing began to moan from hunger, continued Arthur, until it came to a big, old house just like this one. I hear footsteps, cried Timmy. It's only your imagination, said Arthur. Want to sit on my lap? Well, just for a minute. Slowly, whispered Arthur, with his big, slimy green hand. The swamp thing opened the front door. I smell dinner, it said. It licked its lip. Help! Screamed the twins. It's coming in our front door, yelled Timmy. Just then, the door did open and the lights went on. I'm home, said Mrs. Teeble, and look at my little angels. Arthur must be a wonderful babysitter. He's not scared of anything, said Timmy, and he tells great stories too, said Tommy. We want him to babysit again. The twins hugged Arthur good night. Then Mrs. Teeble paid Arthur and thanked him for doing such a fine job. When Arthur got home, DW was still up. You're home early, she said. Did you get fired? No, said Arthur. Babysitting isn't so bad. Mrs. Teeble thinks I'm pretty good at it. Now she wants me to babysit the twins every afternoon right here at our house. And since you know so much about babysitting, you can help DW. Arthur's Valentine by Mark Brown. Someone was sending Arthur Valentines, and Valentine's Day wasn't until Friday. They were all signed your secret admirer. It was a real mystery. Who was Arthur's secret admirer? It might be Fern. It could be Buster playing a joke. Or maybe even Francine. She was always teasing Arthur. Arthur hoped it was the new girl, Sue Ellen. On Wednesday, Arthur found the new Valentine. Apples, bananas, peaches, a pear, with a face like yours. You're lucky I care, your secret admirer. P.S. In your lunchbox you will find a treat. It's just for you and it's extra sweet. Arthur hoped it might be chocolate, but at lunch he found this note. Candy is sweet, lemons are sour. I'll be watching you the whole lunch hour. Arthur looked at Sue Ellen. Thursday, everyone made Valentine boxes. Arthur decided to make a special card instead. When everyone mailed their Valentines, Arthur put his card in Sue Ellen's box. Then, when nobody was looking, Arthur hid the Valentines from the secret admirer in his coat pocket. After school, Arthur took off his coat to play soccer and all the Valentines fell out. Everyone laughed. Buster called him Lover Boy. Hey, hot lips, shouted Francine. Arthur laughed when everyone sang, Arthur and his girlfriend sitting in a tree kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Arthur with the baby carriage. The next morning, Arthur said he was sick. You don't want to miss the big Valentine's Day party, do you? Asked his mother. Arthur went to school. Eek! Who sent this mushy Valentine? Said Sue Ellen. It's signed Arthur, shouted Buster. Everybody laughed. Arthur loves Sue Ellen. Everyone sang. After school, Arthur wanted to be alone. On the way home, he climbed up to his treehouse. There he found another Valentine. I love you in London. I love you in Rome. Look in your mailbox when you get home. XOXOXOXOXO, your secret admirer. Oh, gross, said Arthur, and ran into the house. I believe this is for you, Arthur, said his mother. It's a love letter, said his sister. Arthur went to his room. There was a movie ticket in the card. My love, tomorrow is the day. We meet in row 3. You sit in A, me sit in B, your secret admirer. On the card, Arthur saw a smudge. He looked very closely. Something had been erased. There was F, and then R, and then A. Francine! The next day, Arthur had a plan. He ran to the movies so he wouldn't be late. He found row 3. He sat in seat A. Francine smiled at Arthur. So you're the secret admirer, said Arthur. Good guess. 4 eyes. Close your eyes, said Arthur. I want to give you a kiss. Really? Said Francine. Close your eyes and count to 10. Okay, said Francine. Arthur, can I open my eyes yet? Said Francine. Arthur's Family Vacation by Mark Brown. It was Arthur's last day of school. Mr. Ratburn gave the class a surprise spelling test. All the other classes were having parties. Finally, the moment you've been all waiting for, said Mr. Ratburn. Report cards and school's out. Everyone cheered. I can't wait for baseball practice to start, said Francine. I'm taking a college computer course, the brain announced. I really miss you at Camp Meadow Rock Oak this year, Arthur, Buster said. I wish I didn't have to go on vacation with my family, said Arthur. There'll be nothing to do and no one to do it with. You'll have DW, Buster said, smiling, for a whole week. Don't remind me, said Arthur. Arthur's family spent that night packing. I wish I could take my dollhouse, said DW. I wish Buster could come, said Arthur. This is a family vacation, said Mother. All we need for fun is each other, said Father. Let's take my swing set, said DW. We can all use that. Well, we are all packed, Father said the next morning. Where's Arthur? He's on the phone with Buster, said Mother. For the 100th time, DW added. Before we leave, said Father, does anyone need to use the bathroom? This is your last chance, said Mother. Don't look at me, said DW. On our way at last, Mother smiled. A whole week of no cooking and no dishes, said Father. A whole week without my best friend in the whole wide world, moaned Arthur. Once you are at the beach, you'll feel better, Father said. Are we there yet? Asked DW. I have to go to the bathroom. Arthur spent the rest of the trip thinking about how much fun Buster must be having at camp. We're here, said Mother. Welcome to the ocean view, said the manager. Where's the ocean? Asked Father. Just across the highway behind the shopping center. The manager pointed, but there's a pool right here. Well, I guess I'll go swimming, said Arthur. Me too, said DW. Wait for me. Let's see our room first, said Mother. You mean we all have to stay at this puny little room? Asked DW. Don't worry, we'll only be sleeping here. If you want to swim, said Arthur, hurry up and get your suit on. We have the whole pool to ourselves, said Arthur. It's a good thing too, said DW. Our bathtub is bigger than this. The night at dinner, everyone ordered lobster. Buster loves lobster, said Arthur. This is lobster, said DW. I want a hot dog. Can we go to the beach tomorrow? Arthur asked. Good idea, said Father. I'm sure the rain will stop by then. No beach today, DW announced the next morning. I had a dream about Buster, said Arthur. Why don't you write him a postcard? Mother suggested. Why don't you all write postcards? Why don't we all write postcard? Said Father. But what do we write about? Said DW. We haven't done anything yet. What do we do now? This vacation is a disaster. At camp, there is always something fun to do, thought Arthur, even on rainy days. That's it, he said. I'm taking us on a field trip. I never heard of a cow festival, DW said, but at least it's more fun than our motel room. Say cheese, said Father. Let's hurry or we'll miss the milking contest, said Arthur. For the next few days, it rained and rained, but Arthur didn't mind. He was too busy planning new places to go. He forgot about missing Buster. On Wednesday, they went to Gatorville. At least the alligators get to swim, said DW. Thursday was busy too. After touring Floss Fudge Factory, they all went on Jimmy's Jungle Cruise. I never realized there are so many fun things to do in the rain, said Father. I want to play, plan a field trip too, said DW, to the movies. But when they got there, DW was too scared to watch. I thought it was a movie about fish, she whispered. Finally, on Friday, their last day, the sun came out. What a day, said Father. Just glorious, said Mother. Even DW was having fun. No one wanted to leave, but the next day, they packed up and headed home. We're almost there, said Mother. Phew, said D.W. I really have to go to the bathroom. Oh boy, said Arthur. I can't wait to see Buster. As soon as they got home, the doorbell rang. It was Buster. Camp was fun, but I missed you, he said to Arthur. How was your vacation? How did you and D.W. get along? Great, said Arthur. Take a look. Wow, said Buster. You really did have a great time. Arthur's Tooth by Mark Brown. Finally, Arthur had a loose tooth. He wiggled it with his tongue. He wiggled it with his finger. He wiggled it all the time. One afternoon, while Arthur was wiggling his tooth during the math class, he heard a loud scream. Francine jumped up. My tooth just fell out on my desk, she cried. Class, how many of you have lost a tooth? Asked Mr. Marco. Everyone but Arthur raised their hands. When Arthur got home, he didn't want any milk and cookies. What's the matter, Arthur? His mother asked. I am the only one in my class who still has all his baby teeth, he complained. Don't worry, said his sister, D.W. Before you know it, all your teeth will fall out and you can get false teeth like Grandma Thora. Arthur persuaded father to make a special dinner for him. Steak, corn on the cob, and peanut brittle. I can't believe one little tooth can take so long to fall out, said father. The next day, Muffy brought in a whole jar of her teeth for show and tell. I got $2 for each one, she said. One from my dad and one from my mom. I put it all in the bank to earn interest. I'm waiting for my investment to double. Not me, said Francine. I'm spending mine. Later, the class saw a movie called Nasty Mr. Tooth Decay. Between the ages of 4 and 7, the announcer began, everyone begins to lose their deciduous or baby teeth. Everyone except Arthur, shouted Francine. The whole class laughed. Arthur slid down in his seat. He wiggled his tooth as hard as he could. In the cafeteria, Francine practiced her new tricks. Look, she said, I can keep my teeth closed and still drink through a straw. And I can squirt water too. Everybody lined up for a squirting contest. Everybody except Arthur. Babies with baby teeth can't squirt water. By the next day, Arthur was convinced his loose tooth would never fall out. His friends tried to help. Buster brought carrots for Arthur's lunch. Sue Ellen showed Arthur how to put races over his teeth to make it look as if some were missing. The brain invented a special machine. It's a tooth remover, he explained. Just put your head here, in here. Even Binky Barnes wanted to help. I can knock that tooth out in 1 second flat, he said. That night, Arthur spent a lot of time in front of the bathroom mirror. He got up very early in the morning to wiggle his tooth again. See how much looser it is, he told his parents. That's it, said his mother. You need professional help. You are going to the dentist today. Going to the dentist? Asked Francine. Boy, do I feel sorry for you. There were other patients waiting to see Dr. Sozio. Sorry, said the nurse. We're running late. Have a seat. Arthur, you were smart to bring a book, said Mother. Finally, it was Arthur's turn.
I wish all my patients were as good as waiting as you are, said Dr. Sozio. How old are you now, Arthur?
7, said Arthur, and I still have all my baby teeth.
I was 8 before I lost my first tooth, said Dr. Sozio. Everyone is different.
Really? said Arthur.
Dr. Sozio examined Arthur's loose tooth. This one should fall out very soon, he said. Just wait. Arthur got back to school just in time for recess.
Still have all your baby teeth? Francine asked. Then you can't be in the game. I'm the tooth fairy. Only people who have lost teeth can play.
If you are the tooth fairy, said Arthur, I think I'll keep all my teeth. I can't wait. He started over to the softball game.
Whoever I touch, said Francine, loses a tooth. She flapped her arms. The one who loses the most wins.
Francine toured around and touched Buster. She toured faster and touched Sue Ellen. Touring even faster, she slipped and hit Arthur.
Sorry, Arthur, Francine said, but I told you, no babies allowed.
Arthur picked up his glasses. It's okay, he said. It's probably the nicest thing you've ever done for me.
What do you mean? asked Francine.
Arthur just smiled.
Listen carefully, class, said Mr. Rapper. This is a national contest, so do your best work.
I love contests, said Murphy. What do I win?
The winner visits the White House in Washington, said Mr. Rapper.
What do we write about? asked Arthur.
The subject is How I Can Help Make America Great, said Mr. Rapper.
Everyone started writing.
Arthur started thinking. He thought about the time he and D.W. helped old Mrs. Teeble clean her yard. He thought about how much more they could do in the neighborhood if the whole class helped. Then he began to write. Weeks later, when Mr. Henny, the principal, was opening the mail in his hands, began to shake.
It's a letter from the president, he gasped.
Miss Tingley, the secretary, fainted. Prunella, who was in the office with a stomach ache, suddenly got better.
Open it,
she shouted. Mr. Henny clicked on the PA system. Attention, everyone! The President of the United States has written to announce the winner of the How I Can Help Make America Great contest. And the winner is our own Arthur. He and his class are invited to attend a special ceremony at the White House.
Mr. Rapper's class went wild.
Congratulations, Arthur, said Mr. Rapper. You will have to work hard to memorize your paper so you can recite it to the president next Wednesday.
Memorize? Recite?
asked Arthur. Of course, said Mr. Rapper. Well, we'll all be there cheering you on.
You are on TV, screamed D.W. when Arthur got home. Listen.
He will recite his winning essay to the president and all of America, the announcer was saying.
I feel sick, said Arthur. Not as sick as you will feel when you are giving your speech, said D.W.
There's so much to do before we leave, said Mother. Arthur, you will need a new suit.
What about me? asked D.W. I need to look beautiful when I meet the president.
The president is very busy, explained Father. He will only have time to meet Arthur and hear him recite his essay.
If I can remember it, said Arthur.
Of course you can, said Father. Just relax. Pretend I'm the president and practice right now. The thought of sitting next to the president made Arthur's mind go blank.
He said. Uh-oh, said D.W.
Monday at school, everyone was busy planning the trip.
Oh boy, no homework for 3 days, said Francine.
Not quite, said Mr. Ratburn. Everyone groaned. Each of you will have to do a report, he explained. As we tour Washington on Wednesday, you will be our guides, so get to work. I'll see you all at the airport tomorrow morning. Arthur tried to study his speech on the plane. Don't forget to mention me to the president for the Teacher of the Year award, Mr. Ratburn reminded him.
Aren't you excited? Asked Buster.
I'm too nervous to be excited, said Arthur.
You need help, said D.W. I will make the speech for you. I have a lot of ideas about how to run the country.
That night at the hotel, Arthur was too worried to sleep. What in the world are you doing? Asked Father. What if I forget my speech and the president laughs at me? Arthur asked. The president would never laugh at you, said Father. Why don't you write your speech on note cards and keep them in your pocket? He suggested, just in case. What a great idea, said Arthur. He felt much better. Now, try not to worry and go to sleep, said Mother. The next morning, everyone met in front of the Jefferson Memorial.
Arthur, you look so handsome, said Francine.
Ready to meet the president? Said Mr. Ratburn. I guess, said Arthur. He reached into his pocket to make sure the note cards were there. Time for your reports, called Mr. Ratburn. Only 1 more hour until we're due at the White House. Our first stop is the Washington Monument, the tallest building in Washington, explained Francine. 898 steps to the top. Everyone ready?
Are you kidding? Said D.W. I'm taking the elevator. This is the Capitol, where Congress makes the nation's laws, said Sue Ellen.
I think we all know how important it is to obey the law, said Mr. Ratburn. The National Museum of Natural History has great mummies, said Buster. Follow me.
No thanks, said Muffy. I'll meet you at the gift shop.
The last stop was the White House.
It is so big, said Arthur. Not as big as Muffy's house, said D.W.
The White House has 132 rooms, said the Brian. Every president except George Washington has lived here. It has a barbershop, clinic, indoor pool, theater, gym, and its own library.
And the president's office has fancy gold curtains just like the ones in our living room, said Muffy. Excuse me, said the president's secretary. The president is arriving. Please follow me to Rose Garden.
Arthur gulped. It was almost time. He took out his note cards. Suddenly, a strong wind blew through the garden.
Here comes the president, squealed Muffy. My speech, gasped Arthur.
Relax, said Mr. Ratburn. You'll be fine. D.W. wasn't so sure. She had a plan. Arthur had never seen so many important-looking people. Good afternoon, Mr. President, he began. When I think about how I can do to make America great, Arthur began to feel very warm. His knees began to shake. His mind went blank. This is the worst day of my life, he thought. Suddenly, Buster giggled. Soon, everyone else joined in. Even the president was laughing. Arthur turned bright red, and when Arthur saw what they were laughing at, he laughed too. Now Arthur felt much better. He recited his whole speech without forgetting a single word. And in conclusion, he said, we can all help making America great by helping others.
Good, said D.W. Then help me down.